Hello my dear students, welcome back to online teaching classes, Divine Public School, Monapur, Gorakhpur. Today in this video we are going to study the third part of tenses, that is the future tense. My dear students, you can see here there are four aspects of future tense. They are future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. And you know that each form of tense, if we take the example of future indefinite tense, it has also four aspects, four forms. So we will study the first point, first aspect of future tense, that is future indefinite tense. Look at the first point, future indefinite tense. The simple future or future indefinite tense is used to refer to actions that will take place after the act of speaking or writing. For example, I shall play, he or she will play. Now come to the affirmative sentences or positive sentences of future indefinite tense. In future indefinite tense, we use will or shall, first form of verb. Now look at the note. With first person pronoun, as you can see here, I or we, with I and we use shall as a helping verb. With second and third person pronoun like you, he, she, it, they, use will as a helping verb. Then first form of the verb, then object. Look at the rule. Subject plus will plus shall plus first form of the verb plus object. As you have seen in the previous video, in previous slide, I shall play cricket, he will take exercise, Aisha will pass the exam. Here in first example, that is I is of first person, that is why shall is used here. Then first form of the verb, that is play, and object is cricket. Similarly in the second sentence, he is of third person pronoun. If subject of the verb is third person pronoun, you will use will as a helping verb, then first form of the verb, then object. You can see Aisha is a name, that is proper noun. With any name you will use only will as a helping verb, then first form of the verb, and then object. So with any name you have to use will as a helping verb. Don't forget this. Now come to the negative sentence. My dear students, in negative sentences of future indefinite, use will or shall not to make the sentence negative. For example, you can see here, we shall not drive a car, he will not play cricket, I shall not work. In first sentence you can see here the subject is of first person, we, and then shall, and then not, and then first form of the verb, then object. So, you will have to use in negative sentence or to make the sentence negative shall not and will not, then first form of the verb, then object. Now come to the interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences of future indefinite, use will or shall at the start, means in the beginning of the sentence. At the end, use question mark. For example, you can see here, will he tell a lie? Shall we win the match? Shall I not speak the truth? You can see here, shall or will has been used at the start, in the beginning, then subject, then first form of the verb, then object, and then question mark. Now come to the second point, that is future continuous or progressive tense. The future continuous tense is used to describe actions ongoing in the future. The future progressive is used to refer to continuing action that will occur in the future. For example, I shall be playing, he or she will be playing, they will be playing. Here you can see in the first example, that is the subject I. With subjects like I be, use shall be, then first form of the verb, then ing. In second sentence, he, she, they are of third person pronoun. With third person pronoun or second person pronoun, use will be plus first form and plus ing. It means you can say ing form of the verb, then object. Now come to the affirmative or positive sentences of future continuous or progressive tense. Use first form of the verb plus ing, then will be or shall be. Now look at the note. Use shall with first person pronoun I and we. Use will with second and third person pronoun like he, she, it, you, they. Now come to the rule. See the rule, and you can say that structure of the sentence. Subject plus will or shall be, subject plus will or shall plus be plus first form plus ing plus object. I shall be playing cricket, he will be taking exercise, you will be working. Now come to the negative sentences of future continuous or future progressive. Use shall or will, then not, and then be. It means that with first person pronoun I, we, use shall not, then be, then first form of the verb plus ing, then object. As you can see in the first example, we shall not be driving a car. In second example, he will not be playing cricket. He is of third person pronoun. If there is third person pronoun like he, she, it, they, you, or any name, use will, not, be, then ing form of the verb, then object. Now come to the interrogative sentences of future continuous or progressive tense. My dear students, you have to use will or shall at the start, in the beginning of the sentence. Use question mark at the end. Now look at the example. You will be telling a lie. Will the farmer be plowing? Will it be raining? You can see here in the example, will is used at the start. Will is used at the start, in the beginning of the sentence, then subject, then be, then ing form of the verb, then object. So if you are going to make your sentence or change your sentence in interrogative sentence, then you will have to use this shall or will at the start, in the beginning, and then subject, then be, and then ing form of the verb, then object. Now come to the third point, that is future perfect tense. The future perfect tense is used to refer to an action that will be completed sometime in the future before another action takes place. For example, I shall have played, he or she will have played. My dear students, you can see here in the first example, I as first person pronoun. With first person pronoun, we use shall have plus third form of the verb. With second and third person pronoun, we use will have plus third form of the verb, then object. Now come to the affirmative or positive sentences of future perfect tense. Use third form of the verb will have or shall have, means will have or shall have, then third form of the verb. Look at the note. Use will have with subject like he, she, you, they. You know that they are the third, second and third person pronouns. Now shall have will be used with first person pronoun with I and we. Look at the rule. Subject plus will, shall have or will have plus third form of the verb plus object. Now you can see the example. I shall have played cricket, she will have taken exercise, you will have bought the tickets. Now come to the negative sentences of future perfect tense. My dear students, when you are going to change the negative sentence, use will or shall have, then not. It means subject plus will have plus or shall have, then not, then third form of the verb, then object. You can see here in the examples, we shall have not played cricket, he will have not sold his house, they will have not finished their work. As I told you in the previous slide that with subject like third person, he, she, it or any name, use will have, then not, then third form of the verb, then object. With subject like first person, use shall have not, then third form of the verb, then object. Now come to the interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences of future perfect tense, use will or shall at the start, at the end use question mark. It means that if your sentence begin with question word, then write the question word, then will, then subject, then have, then third form of the verb, then object. If your sentence begin with helping verb, in that case you will have to use will or shall at the start, in the beginning of the sentence, then subject, then have, then third form of the verb, then objects. Now come to the last part of the future tense, that is future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used to indicate a continuing action that will be completed at some specified time in the future. For example, I shall have been playing, he or she will have been playing. Now, as you have seen the title, future perfect continuous tense, it is the mixed tense of future perfect and future continuous. So, I with, that means with I with first person pronoun I and we use shall have been plus ing form of the verb, or you can say that first form of the verb plus ing. In the second example, you can see he or she will have been playing, he or she is of third person pronoun. With third person pronoun, use will have plus been plus ing form of the verb. Now come to the affirmative or positive sentences of future perfect continuous tense. Use will or shall have plus been, first form of the verb plus ing. And the very important thing, you have to use since for point of time and for period of time, that means for duration. You know that what is point of time and what is period of time. Point of time, that denote the fixed time, that is what Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, childhood, stages of life, o'clock. If there is o'clock in the sentence, then you have to use since. And for is used for period or duration, period of time or for duration of 5 minutes, for duration of 1 hour, for duration of 2 months, 3 months, 1 decades, 4 decades, like that. So they are the duration. So once again I would like to remind you, use subject plus will or shall have been plus ing form of the verb plus time, then that means your time denoting words like morning, evening, and you can use since with morning, evening and noon also. Look at the rule. Subject plus will or shall have plus been plus first form plus ing plus object. I shall have been studying since morning. Look at the first example. I is of first person pronoun. Then with first person pronoun use shall, have been plus ing in the first form of the verb, then since for point of time, and then morning. Then whatever the time denoting words are there, you have to use after since. In second example, he will have been taking exercise for 2 hours. See, 2 hours is what? A period of time, is a duration. That is why we use for duration, for period of time. It will have been raining for 2 days. For 2 days, that is the period of time, that is duration of 2 days. So that is why here for duration we use for point of time we use since. Now come to the negative sentences. In negative sentences of future perfect continuous tense, use will, shall, have, not, then been. As you see in the example, we shall not have been playing cricket since morning. My dear students, you have to be very careful while using or making negative sentences. See, you have to put not in between shall and have. Don't put not between have and been. It will be wrong. So keep that in mind. You have to use not between shall and have while making your sentence negative. So look at the second example. He will not have been selling his house for 1 month. So he is subject and will as a helping verb, then not, then have been selling his house for 1 month. For 1 month, that is the duration, period of time. Now come to the third example. They will not have been finishing their work since noon. They is plural number pronoun and of third person pronoun. With third person pronoun we use will and then not, then have been, then ing form the verb, and then if it is there point of time, then we use point of time. If it is period of time or duration, use period of time. So here you can see that work since noon. As I told you, with noon, morning, evening, last night, they are the point of time. That is why we use since before them. Now come to the interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences, while making your sentence in interrogative, changing your sentence in interrogative, use will, shall at the start, at the end use question mark. Will you be reading this book since morning? See, my dear students, will or shall will be used at start, in the beginning of the sentence. If your sentence begin with the helping verb, if your sentence begin with the helping verb, in that case you will have to use will or shall before subject, then been plus ing form of the verb, then object, then point of time or period of time, whatever is there. Now, my dear students, it was all about the future tense. That is the end of this future tense. I hope that you will enjoy this video, and it will be very beneficial if you will see it again and again. Definitely you will achieve your goal. Thank you.